All glories to Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai. All glories to Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrta Madhya Lila, Chapter 25, Text 101. Atmavasyam idam vishvam yat kinchij jagyajam jagat tena jaktena bunjita magradha kasyas vidhanam. Everything animate or inanimate that is within the material universe is controlled and owned by the Lord. One should therefore accept only those things for himself that are set aside as his quota, and one should not accept other things, knowing well to whom they belong. Purport. This is a quotation from Srimad Bhagavatam 8.1.10. Communists and socialists are trying to propagate the philosophy that everything belongs to the mass of people or to the state. Such an idea is not perfect. When this idea is expanded, we can see that everything belongs to God. That will be the perfection of the communistic idea. The purpose of Srimad Bhagavatam is here very nicely explained. Every one of us must be satisfied with those things the Supreme Personality of Godhead has allotted to us. We should not encroach upon the possessions of others. This simple idea can be expanded in our daily lives. Everyone should have a piece of land given by the government, and everyone should possess a few cows. Both of these should be utilized for one's daily bread. Above that, if something is manufactured in a factory, it should be considered the property of the Supreme Personality of Godhead because the ingredients belong to the Supreme Lord. Actually, there is no need to manufacture such things artificially, but if it is done, one should consider that the goods produced belong to the Supreme Lord. Spiritual communism recognizes the supreme proprietorship of the Supreme Lord. As Lord Krishna explains in Bhagavad Gita 5.29, Bhoktaram yagya tapasham sarva loka maheshwaram suridam sarva bhutanam yatva mam shantim rukshati. A person in full consciousness of me, knowing me to be the ultimate beneficiary of all sacrifices and austerities, the Supreme Lord of all planets and demigods, and the benefactor and well-wisher of all living entities, attains peace from the pangs of material miseries. It is further explained in Srimad Bhagavatam that no one should claim anything as his property. Whatever property one claims to be, his actually belongs to Krishna. One should be satisfied with whatever has been allotted by the Supreme Lord, and should not encroach upon the property of others. This will lead to peace in the whole world. 102. Bhagavatera sambandha abhideya prayojana chatushlokite prakata tarakariyache lakshana. The essence of Srimad Bhagavatam, our relationship with the Supreme Lord, our activities in that connection, and the goal of life is manifest in the 4 verses of Srimad Bhagavatam known as the Chatushloki. Everything is explained in those verses. 103. Ami sambandha tattva mara jnana vijnana amapaite sadhana bhakti abhideya nama. Lord Krishna says, I am the center of all relationships. Knowledge of me and the practical application of that knowledge is actual knowledge. Approaching me for devotional service is called abhideya. Spiritual knowledge means fully understanding. This is the purport. Spiritual knowledge means fully understanding the absolute truth in 3 features: impersonal Brahman, localized Paramatma, and the all-powerful Supreme Personality of Godhead. Ultimately, when one takes shelter at the lotus feet of Supreme Personality of Godhead and engages in the Lord's service, the resultant knowledge is called Vijnana, special knowledge or practical application of spiritual knowledge. One should be engaged in the Lord's devotional service to achieve the aim of life called prayojana. The practice of devotional service to attain that goal of life is called abhideya. 104. Sadhanera phala prema mula prayojana Sei preme paya jiva amara sevana. By rendering devotional service, one gradually rises to the platform of love of Godhead. That is the chief goal of life. On that platform of love of Godhead, one is eternally engaged in the service of the Lord. 105. Janam parama kayume yad vijnana samanvitam sarahasham pad angam cha grihana gaditam maya. Please hear attentively what I shall speak to you, for transcendental knowledge about me is not only scientific, but full of mysteries. This is a quote from Srimad Bhagavatam 2.9.31. For an explanation, see Adi Lila, Chapter 1, Text 51. 106. Eitina tatva ami kahinuto mare jivatumi eitina naribe jani bhare. O Brahma, I shall explain all these truths to you, since you are a living being, Jiva. Without my explanation, you will not be able to understand your relationship with me, devotional activity, and life's ultimate goal. 107. Yarche amara svarupa yarche amara stiti yarche amara guna karma sad aishvarya shakti. I shall explain to you my actual form and situation, my attributes, activities, and 6 opulences. 108. Amara kripaya ei sabasuruka tomare etabalitina tatva kahila tanhare. Lord Krishna assured Lord Brahma, by my mercy all these things will be awakened in you. Saying this, the Lord began to explain the 3 truths, tattvas, to Lord Brahma. 109. Yavan aham yatha bhavo yarupo guna karmaka tathaiva tattva vijnanam astu temad anugrahat. By my causeless mercy, be enlightened in truth about my personality, manifestations, qualities, and pastimes. This is a quotation from Srimad Bhagavatam 2.9.32. For an explanation, see Adi Lila, Chapter 1, Text 52. 110. Shristira purvesad asvarya purna amita hayiye prapancha prakriti purusha amate ilaye. Before the creation of the cosmic manifestation, the Lord said, I existed, and the total material energy, material nature, and living entities all existed in me. 111. Shrishtikari taramate ami praveshiye prapanchaye dekasaba seha ami haye. After creating the cosmic manifestation, I entered into it. Whatever you see in the cosmic manifestation is but an expansion of my energy. 112. Pralaye avashishta ami purnahaye prakrita prapanchapaya amate ilaye. When the whole universe dissolves, I remain full in myself, and everything that was manifested is again preserved in me. 113. Aham eva sham eva bre nanyad yatsad asat param pascharaham yad etachcha yuvashisheta so smyaham. Prior to the cosmic manifestation, only I exist, and no phenomena exist, either gross, subtle, or primordial. After creation, only I exist in everything, and after annihilation, only I remain eternally. This is a quotation from Srimad Bhagavatam 2.9.33. It is the first verse of the Chatur Shloki. For an explanation, see Adi Lila, chapter 1, text 53. Text 114. Aham eva shloke aham tina bhara punaishvarya shri vigraha stitira nirdhara. In the verse beginning, aham eva, the word aham is expressed 3 times. In the beginning, there are the words aham eva. In the second line, there are the words paschad aham. At the end, there are the words so smyaham. This aham indicates the Supreme Person. By the repetition of aham, the transcendental personality, who is complete with 6 opulences, is confirmed. 115. Ye vigraha nahi mane nirakara mane tare tirakshara ibare karila nirdarane. Impersonalists do not accept the personal feature of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The personality of Godhead is stressed in this verse in order to impress upon the necessity of accepting Him. Therefore, the word aham is mentioned 3 times to stress something important. One repeats it 3 times. 116. Ei sabha sabdehaya jnana vijnana viveka maya karya maya hoite ami vyatireka. Lord Krishna continued, actual spiritual knowledge and its practical application are considered in all these sound vibrations. Although the external energy comes from me, I am different from it. Text 117. Yaiche surye rastane basaye abasa surya vina svantaratra taranahaya prakasha. Sometimes a reflection of the sun is experienced in place of the sun, but its illumination is never possible independent of the sun. 118. Mayatita hailehaya amara anubhava ei sambandha tattva kahi lunsunara sabha. When one is transcendentally situated, he can perceive me. This perception is the basis of one's relationship with the Supreme Lord. Now, let me further explain this subject matter. Purport. Real spiritual knowledge has to be received from revealed scriptures. After this knowledge is attained, one can begin to perceive his actual spiritual life. Any knowledge achieved by speculation is imperfect. One must receive knowledge from the parampara system and from the Guru. Otherwise, one will be bewildered and will ultimately become an impersonalist. One who very scrutinizingly deliberates on genuine spiritual knowledge can realize the personal feature of the absolute truth. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is always transcendental to this material creation. Narayana Paro Vyaktat. Narayana, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is always transcendental. He is not a creation of this material world. Without realizing spiritual knowledge, one cannot understand that the transcendental form of the Lord is always beyond the creative energy. The example of the sun and the sunshine is given. The sunshine is not the sun, but still the sunshine is not separate from the sun. The philosophy of Achintya Bheda Bheda Tattva, simultaneously one and different, cannot be understood by one who is fully under the influence of the external energy. Consequently, a person under the influence of the material energy cannot understand the nature and form of the personality of the absolute truth. Text 119. Yate yat pratyeta na pratyeta chatmani tadvidyad atmano mayam yatha baso yatha tama. What appears to be without me is certainly my illusory energy, for nothing can exist without me. It is like a reflection of a real light in the shadows, for in the light there are neither shadows nor reflections. Purport. This is a quotation from Srimad Bhagavatam 2.9.34. It is the second verse of the Chatu Shloki. For an explanation of this verse, see Adi Lila, chapter 1, text 54. 120. Adhideya sadhana bhakti rasuna vichara sarvajnana desha kala vashate bhaktihara. Now please hear from me about the process of devotional service which is applicable in any country, for any person, at all times and in all circumstances. Purport. The cult of Bhagavata Dharma can be spread in all circumstances, among all people and in all countries. Many envious people accuse the Krishna consciousness movement of spoiling the rigidity of so-called Hinduism. That is not actually the fact. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu confirms that devotional service to the Lord, the cult of Bhagavata Dharma, which is now being spread as the Hare Krishna movement, can be spread in every country to every person in any condition of life and in all circumstances. Bhagavata Dharma does not restrict pure devotees to the Hindu community. A pure devotee is above a Brahmana. Therefore, it is not incompatible to offer the sacred thread to devotees in Europe, America, Australia, Japan, Canada, and so on. Sometimes these pure devotees who have been accepted by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu are not allowed to enter certain temples in India. Also, some high-caste Brahmanas and Goswamis refuse to take prasadam in the temples of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness. Actually, this is against the instruction of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Devotees can come from any country, and they can belong to any creed or race. On the strength of this verse, those who are actually devotees and followers of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu must accept devotees from all parts of the world as pure Vaiṣṇavas. They should be accepted not artificially, but factually. One should see how they are advanced in Krishna consciousness and how they are conducting deity worship, Sankirtan, and Ratha Yatra. Considering all these points, the envious persons must henceforward refrain from their malicious atrocities. Thus ends our reading for today. All glories to Sripad Bhakti Madhava Puri Maharaj Ki Jai. All glories to Om Vishnupad Srila Bhakti Nirmala Charya Maharaj Ki Jai. All glories to the assembled devotees Ki Jai. All glories to the worldwide devotees Ki Jai. Nitai Gaura Haribo.